Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far and a great trading session. I have not traded yet. I missed like 3 trades, 2 wins and a loss, but I was actually creating a ticket for Top Step because I purchased my account at 3 o'clock yesterday and never received the credentials. So I just got emailed the credentials now. But I'll focus on trading the Apex accounts first, and then I'll log into Top Step and go from there. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? So I did go ahead and cancel all of my Apex evals because they were all rhythmic, and I replaced them with one TradeAvate account so far. There was no need for me to replace all 3 because you guys know I have different billing dates for a reason. And I probably will only replace 2 out of the 3. So I'll have one that renews on the 15th and one that renews on the 1st or probably the 1st. Just do the 1st and the 15th. And pretty much go from there. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Requested 52. Ooh, nice. Congratulations. On Top Step or Apex or who? I was going to say that should break through, which it just did. So I do have a daily loss and profit goal on the 25K Apex account, the funded account. And I'm just going to use that for the time being. I have the goal set to $162 and the loss set to $250. Like I said before, if we blow it, it's fine. We need it to be gone anyway. I mean, obviously I want to blow it after I receive a payout. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, I can't sell that. Touch the. So yeah, we're just gonna go for it. So what I'm gonna do every day is basically just trade my Apex accounts first. Well, actually, no, I lied. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to trade my Top Step and Apex TradeAvate accounts first. Once I reach the daily loss or goal on the Apex PA, I will eventually switch over to the Apex. Actually, wait. Okay, wait. I have to think. Yes. So once I reach the daily profit or loss target on the Apex PA, I will disconnect from it and then connect to Top Step so that I'm trading Top Step and the Apex TradeAvate accounts at the same time. Hopefully that makes sense. Quick green and a new. Ooh, nice. Apex, hopefully I can request a payout with Top Step by the end of the week. Nice, nice, nice. I probably, I don't know. I was talking to my friend last night about like my goals with trading and prop firms and all of that. And I think I'm just really going to stick to those 2 in hopes that, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. In hopes that Apex gets it together. Because if not, I'm going to just have to choose another firm, which would be fine. However, they would have to have Tradeovate in order for all of this to make sense. Because, someone was telling me, oh, you could use a virtual machine or you could do this. I'm like, all of that is fine. However, with the way that I trade, there's no way that I can do things on multiple computers. Now, I do know that Replicanto has a way for you to send copy trade across the internet. However, you have to pay for credits and not it's just not worth it to me. You know what I mean? So that's the dilemma. I was reading this forum on NinjaTrader about, having multiple rhythmic connections at the same time. And the person was basically saying that they have a grandfathered lifetime license with NinjaTrader and they trade on 8.026 or 27. They said it worked on 2.6 and 2.7. They're able to have multiple rhythmic connections because what used to be inside of NinjaTrader was you had one thing that said rhythmic and one thing that said rhythmic for NinjaTrader brokerage or something like that. So basically what he does is he logs into one firm with rhythmic for NinjaTrader brokerage and he logs into another firm with just rhythmic, and he's able to trade them at the same time. And he even talked about how there was an old video when Apex first kind of came out where Daryl was showing how you could trade multiple. I think he logged into Lilu, maybe. He logged into another firm and Apex showing how you could trade them both at the same time. But that's because he had a grandfathered lifetime license. And once he realized that everybody didn't have that option, he stopped showing it. But, the guy was just saying NinjaTrader, this is so easy for you guys to do. Just re-enable the old rhythmic connection. So that would be nice if they were to do that, but who knows if they will. I just realized I had a 5-minute chart over there, but that would be nice. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that kind of maybe takes away from potential income they could earn. I don't know. I really don't know, but yeah. Because I have the lifetime license as well, but mine isn't a multi-brokered license, and it was not grandfathered in. I don't think. I would have to see. I don't know. But I do remember when I first started trading with NinjaTrader, I asked about upgrading to the multi-broker license, and they told me that I would just have to pay the difference, which was fine. But then the guy basically told me that I didn't even need it to do what I wanted to do with it. I didn't need to have a multi-broker license. All right, I can't take that trade yet because basically I just wanted to log into my personal account and Apex at the same time. He's like, oh, you don't need a multi-broker license for that. All you got to do is click both of the connections. I'm like, oh. So that was nice because, he could have easily tried to upsell me for no reason other than greed or commissions. But I wonder if I would have upgraded 2 years ago, if I would have the ability to log into both. But at the same time, I don't think so because the newer platforms, the 8.1s, you don't even have that option in the configuration of the connections. You don't have the option of choosing 2 different rhythmic connections. So I think you have to have that, but you also have to be on the old versions. 15. I missed it. Why does my buy click not work? I have to ask him why it's not working. I clicked buy click here. I could have gotten into that trade. I clicked it twice. Damn it. So I've missed 4 trades today. And I was paying attention. The delta changed at the last second though, but still. And actually, you know what? We won't count that because one thing I was looking at this weekend, so I'm not going to count that one. we're already trading below the changeover zone. So the only levels I like to trade at when we're below it is either my middle or major half trends, or this yellow line that I draw right before the new zone. I don't like trading off of the new zone if we're already below the previous one, because that shows that we're rejecting the uptrend and we're attempting to start a downtrend. So I'm not going to count that one actually. So we're good here. We're good here. I won't be so angry. But yeah, so this is basically going to be like a little range, I guess you could say, until we kind of figure out which way we want to go. Good morning, trenches. How are you this morning? I'm also going to have to figure out a different layout for my stream, and I'll probably work on that today or tomorrow, since looking at the P&L that way is not really going to work, because you're not going to be able to see the Tradeovate accounts and Rhythmic at the same time. So I'm probably just going to have to take some kind of rendition of the dashboard here and show the P&L that way. I'll probably just maybe take this little part right here and put it over there. And that way you just won't be able to see the account names next to them like you can in Rhythmic. That's going to be the only problem. And that's only because the way that this is made, I can't drag and drop the columns. They just are where they are. So, but you guys know at the end of the session, I'll show you guys the accounts anyway. So, well, that'll probably be what I have to do, more than likely. Hey, Squeeze. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. I hope you have a great session yourself. Good morning, new trader. How are you this morning? All right. So I did roll over, by the way. I don't know if you can see the small numbers up there, but I did roll over because you guys can see that there's more volume in the December contract. So if you haven't rolled over yet, you might want to. It actually took over before the market opened, so. All right, and then I'm going to show you guys. So this is just to show you, I did go ahead and set up. So all the other 3 accounts, I removed them from here because I canceled all of them last night. So this is the Tradeovate account, the new one. And then here's the PA. You guys can see that I have the daily loss set at 250 and the goal set at 162. So what happens is, even if I forget to take that account off of the follower, it's fine, because after it hits either one of the goals, it's not going to trade the account anymore, no matter what. So that's a cool feature of that account's dashboard that I really, really like. Green on 2 PAs, done, about to trade an eval. Nice, 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 nice. I did see that this payout period, or last payout period, the 1st to the 5th, there's still people waiting to hear back. And just so you all are aware, I did reach out to the Apex staff to get an answer on get an official answer as far as like, what is this, a new window? Like, what are we doing here? So basically I wrote, hi, what are the new deadlines for payout approval / denial? Seems more and more people who are not in video review are not getting an answer until days after the deadline. For example, there were quite a few people in Discord. Give me a second. 34. Almost got me. changed at the last second. For example, there were quite a few people in Discords who didn't get a status update for August 15th to 20th until September 3rd and beyond. Why is this happening? Is this going to be an ongoing problem? Does the FAQ need to be updated? What do we tell people who are affected? And I screenshot the FAQ. Somebody had posted a screenshot of the FAQ and circled the whole, like, you'll find out by the 15th. So I posted that with it. And there are a couple of other mods who spoke up, you know, and said, like, you know, one of them was like, making people wait this long in any case isn't cool. We need to give people the money they are entitled to and in a manner that is within the literal written term of service and contract agreements they sign when activating a PA. If the contractor holds up their end of the agreement, Apex should be doing the same. And I agree. So we'll see what they say. I can't make any promises, but if either one of them does decide to answer me, I will let you guys know, because it is pretty unacceptable. It is. But so far, no answer. I think if they continue with this attitude of, well, we never left number one kind of thing, which I've seen a staff member say before, I think that's going to be their downfall, because anybody who's number one can no longer be number one. That's in life, sports, whatever, business. It doesn't take much, right? So I think that attitude needs to go away, for one. But, you know, people are people. They're going to do what they want to do. Follow your rules, Apex. Exactly. These are the rules that you came up with. It reminds me of, so the only job I've ever been, like, let go at was a state job that I had. I was a contractor for like 4 years there. And they ended up acquiring this other state hospital. And so first of all, I've always been the nurse who stayed over an extra 4 hours, you know, whenever, especially because I only worked 2 days a week. And I would always get some of the harder assignments, wasn't bothered. There have been times where I had 30 patients while other nurses had 20. Still get my medications passed on time, you know, like, I'm that person. So when they acquired the property, I remember we went into this meeting. First of all, I hate when I work overnight and you have a meeting for me right after. Bitch, I'm tired. But anyway, so we had the meeting with some of the staff members from the other property that they acquired. And, you know, they're going through all of this stuff, whatever. Well, they were talking to us about, like, crisis response. But the way they were talking about it, I'm like, y'all must have way more incidents than we do. They're like, oh, no, we don't. I'm like, oh, yes, you do. Because this is the first thing you're talking about, like, knowing that we have, and when I say crisis response, I mean, like, you know, a code gray kind of people being assaultive or turning up and we need all hands on deck because I'm about to give a shot kind of thing. So anyway, the lady kept talking and talking. I said, okay, what's y'all start time? So at the other job, my start time was 6 o'clock. At the new property, the start time was 7. I'm like, okay, well, that's going to be a problem. And I'm like, so what happens, because y'all are the ones who are short staffed, who are pulling us over there to you guys. So what happens if you guys don't call me until late telling me I have to go over there, but I'm already on my way to the other property and now I'm at your place an hour early, and this is in the city. I'm not sitting in the city in the dark at night. I work at nighttime. Y'all crazy. So she was like, well, we would always alert you at least 2 hours beforehand. I said, girl, that ain't gonna happen. You do know that when I come into this building, I don't even know where I'm working until I come in this building. So all of that sounds cute, but it's not gonna happen that way. And literally On my way to the 6 o'clock job, they called me, you working at the other one. It happens a couple of times. There were times where I did not have keys, which I worked in psych. So I work in a locked facility. Every door is locked. So it's a safety hazard for me to not have keys, which I dealt with one time at the first facility, and I was fired. I was fired from that job and rehired because that bitch, she the supervisor literally lied on me. I didn't have keys, so I went home. She told them I just refused the assignment because I didn't want to work on that floor. I said, no, it's unsafe for me to not have keys. What if I have a patient that's trying to attack me? I have no way to get into the nurse's station. What if there is a fire and I'm in the bathroom, and by the time I come out, everybody's gone? I'm supposed to die in the fire because I have no way of getting out. So that was the first time. So anyway, so fast forward. So I worked with no keys twice at the new place. Mind you, this is a place where people are even more assaultive than my last facility. So not only that, one of the times I'm sitting there and I'm waiting on my relief. Mind you, I was alerted at the last second that I was working there. So I already have less sleep coming into this particular shift because I'm working an hour and a half later. So I'm waiting. I call the other spot and I'm like, where is my relief? Oh, she's on her way. All right, cool. Waiting. Oh, somebody over here told her to pass meds over here first and then come over to you. I said, well, first of all, even if they told her that, which is dumb, she's dumb as hell. Because if you start passing meds over here at 7 o'clock, but you're supposed to be over here at 7 o'clock, why would you even agree to it? Y'all, at 9:30 in the morning. Now, mind you, I've been up since like 4:30. 9 o'clock in the morning, I told them, I don't know who y'all gonna get over here, but I'm leaving. You could write me up for abandonment. You could do whatever you want to. I am tired. And at this point, it's unsafe for me to drive because of how long I've been awake. So I told them, if you have that, we have to call off at least 2 hours before we cancel a shift. And you told us that you would alert us at least 2 hours before our shift to let us know we're working elsewhere, which honestly, working at night, that doesn't really help because it's not like I'm awake. Usually if you're working overnight, you're sleeping until whatever time it is for you to wake up. It's not, I mean, and this is 12-hour shifts, right? So I'm like, you told us that you would alert us at least 2 hours before. So that fourth time, I'm almost getting off the highway to the 6 o'clock job. They call me. The supervisor, and this is the one that I liked, she was like, hey, I wanted to know I wanted to make sure that they called you to tell you you're working over at the other place. I'm like, no, they didn't. She was like, this was her exact words. Oh, I'm not sure why they didn't call you because, and mind you, there's 4 people that does scheduling. She's like, I don't know why they didn't call you. I came in early for the previous supervisor because she was sick, and I knew at that point. So you mean to tell me y'all have known since this morning and y'all are calling me now? I said, you can cancel my shift. I can't do this anymore. Every time I go over there, I'm relieved late. Y'all call me late and I'm over it. So they ended up, firing me. And I was just like, okay, that's fine. Like, I didn't even argue I didn't want to work there anymore anyway. So I didn't even argue with them about it or anything. I was just like, okay. Because if you're not going to follow your own rules, why do you think I should? Why? Like, I hate that. Hold up your end of the bargain and I will as well. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. And all of this Apex stuff is just literally reminding me of that because why can't y'all do right? I don't get it. I don't get it. At this point, it's been months. There's no excuse anymore. There's none. None at all. 10 o'clock. What is it? 10. You're going to enforce rules. Exactly. Good morning, David. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. All right. I have not gotten any other setups yet. Let's see. see, double bottom start. I don't want that. Plus, we got a higher high in the middle of two lower lows, so and I still haven't figured out the pattern for my alternate pullbacks, which is what this one would be. Higher high to lower low to lower high if it ends up being a lower high here. So I'm gonna make sure that I write those all down this week so I can see if I can find a pattern. I highly doubt I will be able to, and it's all good. Most of the time I can only trade that if it ends up pulling all the way back to my middle half trend, but I'm never able to trade it at the minor half trend though. I did this weekend go back through every setup with a fine-tooth comb so that I would be confident coming into today. And I think the only thing I want to do is relook at my regular pullbacks, just one of them in particular, and that's really it. I think everything else is as set as it's gonna be, but I did discover that I can't take any divergence, the regular or alternate, whenever a level goes through the body of the Renko candle, which I already knew, but I thought I could do it if it was the VWAP. I cannot. Even the VWAP I can't do. Alright, so 29. So yeah, I didn't realize that the VWAP was causing me issues if it goes through the body of my entry candle, but only for counter trend divergence though. Which it kind of makes sense why that would even be a thing. Alright, this is the week level. I'm not really expecting much today since we do have rollover, but like I said earlier, I did miss 3 trades, 2 wins and a loss, so I'm gonna blame it on Top Step because they should have sent me my credentials last night. Is this a flip week? What for you? What's a flip week? You mean the rollover? Yeah. Yep, it is. If that's what you meant, the rollover. Alright, there's too much volume in this swing coming off the double bottom. So we won't take that divergence. Yeah, it's rollover week. The December contract took over the September contract before the market opened. Oh yeah, I did go back and add my minor. I didn't add the minor half trend level, but I did just add like the colors. So basically whenever the colors change, it means my minor trend is changing. So basically my minor half trend controls the color of my bars because knowing if the color change is really important. And then my major half trend, that's the one where you actually can see the level. That's the red dot up there. It's red or green, depending on, the color of the background. But yeah, the major half trend controls the background color, which just lets me know what the overall trend bias is at the time. I think I'm also ready to start trading one bar pullbacks now. This wouldn't be a valid one. Basically, I realized that the one bar pullback works best when the point of control is in the wick of the entry candle and the delta of it is more than the delta of the one bar reversal, basically. I played around with counter trend divergence yesterday. You like it? You like it with the RSI indicator? I've used RSI before for it. I've used the MACD. I've used stochastics. I've used a combo of stochastics and RSI. I've done a couple of things. I actually really, really like counter trend divergence. But like I was saying last week, you just have to be really, really careful because it has to make sense. That's all. A lot of people who trade counter trend, they have no idea what they're doing. No idea. And a lot of them don't use any kind of like an RSI or stochastics or volume or whatever. They just go for it and it's a little awkward. But I like it. I definitely do. Because if you could find a strategy that works really well with counter trend divergence, you can make you some nice money. Some really nice money. So buy that's you traded like a DGen today? What? Applejacks, what is going on? Making dumb mistakes. I saw the finest man in my life Friday at work. He spoke to me and I think I Girl, what? Why are you like this, ma'am? I don't understand. I don't understand it all. Oh my gosh, you are crazy. Let's see, it would need to be opposite. 3. Girl. You know what? Mistakes are sometimes made, but what did you learn from it or you haven't journaled yet? And what kind of mistakes were you making? Last week was full of mistakes for me, so I empathize big time. All right, we got an hour left. Two. Good morning, Granny. Mm-mm. Well, that was a fast loss. I literally just said because I didn't feel like I wanted to take it, honestly. Especially with us, I don't really care about the support level there, but us going back towards the session low. But I have been seeing that work out as long as I trade off of one of the half trends, but it just didn't work out this time, and that's okay. I'm not bothered. I told you guys, no matter what happens to this PA, it doesn't really matter because I need it to be gone anyway. So I'm not mad. Only thing that sucks, if you see now that we hit this zone up here, this closed right on the buy rotation level, but the buy rotation level doesn't paint until up here. So that sucks. But it's all good. I think I'd rather just not worry about where the buy rotation level will paint. I'd rather just not take trades going back towards the session low. And just go from there. Alright, so yeah, that's fine. See, losses like this I'm cool with. Let me just be completely wrong. But getting stopped out just for a price to go where you want it to go is annoying. Which happens to me quite often. Alright, I have to draw here. And I really wish the rotation levels would paint faster, but I understand when they paint and why they paint. It's just kind of annoying. Trenches your red right now. Not taking that journal pretty much immediately after overall life problem being too tunnel vision. I forget the smallest details. That's understandable. Trying to sell when I should have been trying to buy. I mean, So what was it this morning? Like, what was the small detail that you missed out on that made you buy instead of selling? Was it just you hitting the wrong button, like in the platform? Or was it like you forgot to read like one little part of what the market looked like and you pushed and you chose the wrong side? I lied. This is kind of irritating. I'm gonna go back through and see how many trades I counted for that trading after the session low or high, and see if I want to just completely remove it or not. But you can see it was just a bigger pullback to the major level. What I've noticed with the way the market's been the last couple of months, I get way more trades at my middle and major half trend levels than my minor, which it didn't used to be that way, but it's because the market has been moving so much. I'm not read the market got in it. Oh, yeah. I got to read one little part and chose the wrong side. Exactly. You should just put me in my place real fast. Hold on, lady. Said I'm not red. Chill out. Done that. I clicked the right mouse instead of left. Cancel before it filled. So what? Okay, wait, Amelia. For that, like, what is that? When you choose when you right, because I know like in NinjaTrader, if I right click, I choose. But when you say like you click the right mouse instead of the left, do you have a hotkey or something? Or how does that work with your order submission? All right, 974. I highly doubt that's going to get where I need it to be, so I might as well look for... Oh, that's going to be impossible. There's 130 delta in there. In that bar up there. Okay, I'm going to have to mute Top Steps emails. Please stop sending me emails so much. They've sent me more emails in the last, what, 18 hours? First of all, you sent me all those damn emails and you didn't send me my credentials. Well, they have now. New account and our technical team is currently working to resolve the issue once your account has been created. My account was already created, Sarah. Uh-oh. Shoot. You know what? I'll message her later. I need to concentrate. Oh, wait. I can't take that. Almost got caught if that would have closed up, but I forgot I can't take that because two of my half trends are not the same color. The middle and the major have to match at all times. Whenever I'm taking trades at either one of them, they both have to match. Otherwise, it's likely a loss. If you left click, oh, I got you. Oh, yeah. Top step notices in Discourse. Yeah, they are a bit much. I'm already overwhelmed and overstimulated. I already had to mute like almost every channel in there. I had to mute the whole entire channel. I just and I don't like that they add everyone for when Top Step TV is live. Like, I literally only joined the Discord because I wanted to know if anybody else didn't get their damn credentials. I wrote last night and they were saying that, there was a delay in account creation. That wasn't my problem. My account was created. I just never got the credentials. So my girlfriend was like, did you reach out to them? I'm like, I don't know how. All I see is Wendy, and Wendy keeps telling me to log in to chat with support, but every time I log in, it's still her and not a live person. So then I just went to the Discord and somehow, some way found the way to create the support ticket, and literally within maybe, I don't know, let's see, 8:52, within about 6 minutes of creating the ticket inside of Discord, it was fixed. So that is actually pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Not going to lie. But yeah, they do a little bit too much. I will be unsubscribing. To think less about taking the right trades and not tilting and just trade. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's the only way. No, Applejacks, I promise you, we are like the same person. Because I kind of feel the same way. Like, this entire time of me putting my strategy together, if I wasn't worried about which setup was already solidified, which ones I didn't feel comfortable with, which ones are a little iffy, if I would have just literally took every trade, I would have had past accounts, I would have had payouts and everything, even in the midst of me continuing to finish developing the strategy. So it's like, just take the damn trade. That's it. That's all. And I know part of it is like my perfectionism, I guess you could say. Like, I do have a problem with being a perfectionist. I do. Like, I won't release something unless it's perfect. Like, when I was in business, there were certain things I just would not release because it wasn't perfect yet and things like that. I can even be a procrastinator at times, but most of the time I'm just, my procrastination has to do with perfection, trying to perfect things. Some people's, it's like a certain fear that's kind of tied to it. That's not me. I just want things to be as perfect as possible. I know my strategy is never going to be 100% perfect. I know that. However, based on consistent market patterns that paint every day, I know that there's a way for me to have an edge. My problem is how detailed I am with journaling and with back testing. It's impossible for me to back test the way that I want to because of how detail oriented I am. It takes hours, you guys, like hours. Sometimes it'll take me 2 or 3 hours just to, oh, that was a connection issue. All right, it looked like it fixed. But yeah, it'll take me 2 or 3 hours just to write down all of the trades that happen in 1 2-hour session. And this is why I was saying, like, if during this process I just took every trade and I was able to, especially now, first of all, Trazella has done an amazing job of updating like the filtering process. Oh my gosh, I wish they had that already. But anyway, but especially now with the way that Trazella has updated the filtering process, if I would have just taken every trade, it would have been so easy to get these rules together. So easy. Speaking of which, I am 2 weeks behind in my Trazella journal. Mainly because once I switched over to this whole Delta thing, I knew that certain rules would change, so I would need to change my playbooks, and now I need to remove all of the trades from the playbooks now. At least remove the ones that are not valid anymore. But I'm going to have to change the way that the playbooks are set up, so that's going to be fun. Yeah. Yes, shut your mind up and trade. But this is also why I told you, like, I had to have a strategy with very set rules. Like right now I've only been in my head because my rules weren't set yet. You get what I'm saying? But, and I told you guys earlier, there's one setup that I do still want to go back and look at. But aside from that, my rules are set. So now I can get out of my mind and just trade. Like, take the setups that you have solidified. If you lose, you can always go back and, look at every loss, look at the losses for the day, see if there's some pattern that you missed out on. Maybe you didn't have enough examples of that just yet, things like that, whatever. But aside from that, just take the damn trade, please. It'll make life so much easier. Shut your mind off. There's no psychological anything as part of it. Like, literally, just take the trades. Execute based on what is on your paper. That's what I have to keep telling myself over and over. Don't think about it. Don't think about, well, the rule used to be such and such, but I changed it to this, but was I supposed to change it? Oh, shoot, it just set up how it is now and it won. Why were you even thinking about the previous way that things were? Because you made the changes based on something that you've already seen. Like, anytime I make changes is because I have a loss. I look at every variable. I compare it to other setups with the exact same variables, and based on what that presents to me, I will make changes or adjustments to the strategy. So why am I thinking about what that setup used to be? Why? It's not like that no more. You changed it for a reason, lady. I'd be real mad at myself. You left the server. It was too much. That's why I stay off Discord. I open it. There's 100 notifications from them. Man, I'm tired. I feel you. I had a similar issue and Wendy got on my nerves. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. If it is one thing that I despise the most, it is like AI generated customer service, which I get it, because there are a lot of questions that could literally just be answered by a computer. You don't need to talk to a person. But there is, me and my aunt was just talking about this on Friday. There is nothing more frustrating than me calling into a business and please click this for this and this for this, like this for that. And then you click that button, you got a whole nother list. Then you click that button, you got a whole nother list. You finally get to support and they ask you for your first and last name and for you to tell them what the problem is. Well, based on your damn automated system, you should already know at least what part of my problem is. You should be answering the phone and saying, hi, I'm so-and-so from support. It seems that you have a problem with logging in. How can I help you? Because after you asked me to click 10 buttons to get to you, you should know what the fuck I want. Like, am I tripping? And then we were talking about how, like, back in the day, when all this like computer automated systems or phone systems were first set up, you could just like mash the 0 button, just keep clicking it, and you would get a live person. Now, it's some phone systems where if you even click 0 or if you click it multiple times, it'll automatically just hang you up. Hang up, try again. It is so frustrating. I hate it. Because, yeah, that Wendy thing was not the business. I told my girlfriend, I said, what a great first experience. Not getting my credentials after so many hours, continuing to reach out to this goddamn bot who ain't helping me with shit. What a great experience. 334. All right, that's no point. We're back inside of the range. I need that to... That doesn't work. You still spam 0? I keep saying operator. I swear. Good morning, Mario. How are you? I swear, it's like the most frustrating thing ever in life. And then I don't like when different customer service people tell me different things. Like, I dealt with that last week trying to figure out this replacement for my Xbox controller because I had went in that Sunday They didn't have the controller I wanted. He wanted to order it, but I'm like, yo, I don't have 2 days to wait. I'm going to buy this one, which was more expensive, so I had to pay the difference. He was like, if you don't like it, bring it back in 60 days and we'll replace it because I have the like warranty replacement program. All right, cool. No problem. So I called the store, and I get someone who's clearly working at home. And I'm like, I just need to know if you guys have this in stock, because your website says that you have it in stock, but it also said that you had it in stock on Sunday when I went up there and he couldn't find it. So he was not English speaking, which already was frustrating. And it's frustrating because at the end of the day, if I worked for a Spanish speaking company and someone who speaks Spanish as their native language got me, someone who might not understand exactly what they mean, I would not get upset if they want someone who their native language is Spanish, because I am the person who is the oddball here, right? So that already frustrates me. I spent 40 minutes explaining the same thing over to him over and over. Try not to cuss him out, because clearly there's a language barrier here. So I'm not trying to be mean, but you're pissing me off at this point. So he was like, well, he said, well, I have no way of routing you to the store. So call this 1-800 number, ask them to route you to this particular store number, and they'll be able to do it. So I call the lady. She asked for my first and last name. I tell her, which you already know what my first and last name is because it comes up in your system because I'm a Total Tech member and I called from my phone number, but whatever. So I tell her, listen, lady, I don't have nothing to explain to you. I need you to route me to store number such and such, because I was told by the last person to call this number for you to route me, because I need to speak to somebody directly in the store to ask them if they can find this controller before I waste my time, energy, and gas going all the way out here for you guys not to be able to find it. She says, well, in another language barrier, but either way, well, I'm confused. So I told her again. And she was like, oh, I don't know why he told you to call me. I have no way of routing you to the store. So I'm going to give you the store number and you call them and they'll be able to help you. She gave me the same number that I had just finished calling. So then, before I went up there, I think it was Friday, I went up there. Pretty sure. Before I went up there Friday, I called customer service again. The guy tells me, okay, I'm going to check the inventory. He actually worked there. Like, I could hear the background noise of customers. So I'm like, all right, cool. I have somebody at the store. He's like, I see that we have it in stock. And he was like, you need to go online and reserve it so that they don't sell it. I said, well, unfortunately, that's not going to be able to happen because this is part of my warranty exchange. And they already told me that if I order it myself, it's not going to end up being part of the exchange because they're going to see this as a totally separate transaction. So it's not like they're going to be able to refund me and then put it as part of the they're not going to do it. Okay. So he's like, all right, well, I'm going to transfer you to someone higher up because they'll explain the situation to them. They'll be able to reserve it for you. So I speak to someone with a language barrier. She tells me, oh, well, you can't exchange that out because the controller that you got on Sunday when you paid for the difference because we didn't have the one that you wanted, that was your exchange. You can't go and exchange again. I said, I beg your fucking pardon. What? I said, see, this is my problem. And at that point, now I'm cussing everybody out. I cussed that lady out so good and I didn't feel bad about it. Because first of all, if that was the case, why did your employee tell me in the store that if I didn't like this, I can bring it back in 60 days, meaning that I can exchange it for another controller as part of the warranty program? Well, he shouldn't have told you that because once you exchange it one time, no, that's not how this one works. It's not. So yeah, I cussed her out real good. And she was like, ma'am, I understand you're frustrated, but, and at that point I just hung up on her. So then I told my mom, I said, if I go up there and they tell me the exact same thing this lady told me, I will go up there every day until the person who checked me out the other day checks me out. I said I will go up there every day until he is there. I was so irritated. But in the end, that lady was fucking wrong. But why did I have to go through a whole week worth of bullcrap before finding out that I was right? It's just stupid. It's very stupid. I don't understand. I don't. All right, we had a big drop right there. Nice little 40 tick drop. Wasn't a valid trade, so I didn't take it, even though it was a nice drop. So now we wait again. We got an immediate rejection of the minor trend change, so let's see what happens. Today's just really not the business, which you kind of expect on rollover days anyway, so 5-minute chart doesn't look that bad. How's the trading going, Mario? The trading is cool. I only took one trade. I did miss 3. So even if I took the other 3, I would just be break even right now. So, but I do have a daily loss set up on the PA, so I won't go over negative 250 if that ends up happening. Which obviously I wouldn't want to start my first day of my PA negative, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll see. We will see. But I'm definitely going to work on getting the P&L for all of the accounts. Actually, I wonder if I could. The market's not doing anything anyway. Let's see if I go to I think it's because it's not open. It's not gonna work. I think if I try to, I gotta figure something else out, because for whatever reason it doesn't show properly anymore. I don't know why. We'll figure it out. All right, let's see. We're pushing through where the minor trend changed. We had an immediate rejection, but we're pushing through now. But we are also pushing towards the session low, which you guys know I hate trading at. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Is it time to eat yet? It's always time to eat. I'm ready for dinner. That's what I'm ready for. My granny cooked some roast with some sweet potatoes and cornbread and cabbage. You know, typical soul food dinner. That's probably like one of the only soul food dinners that I like. I'm not gonna lie. That's it. Although I was a little upset because I ran out of hot sauce and I forgot. And so I didn't have no hot sauce for my cabbage. That was not cool. Let's see. Alright, that's invalidated now. Unless we do what we're doing right now. Still invalid. Where in America are you from? I live in Missouri. You hate cooked carrots? You know, I hate all carrots. Well, I wouldn't say hate now. I can sometimes eat a baby carrot or two. Carrots are not as bad to me anymore. But if I had to choose a vegetable, it would not be a carrot. It would not. It would not. But my palate has been maturing, okay? Because let me tell you something. You cannot put anything green in front of me besides salad when I was growing up. I would eat a salad down. You hear me? But aside from a salad, please, nothing more. Nothing, please. Salad and corn, that was it. Anything green, broccoli, peas, okra, any of that. I did like okra sometimes, not often, not much, but I could stomach it. Now I actually will eat green beans. I will eat broccoli, but that's it. Peas are still the most disgusting. I'm a texture person, so that's part of it. Like mushy. Like I don't like mushy fries. And peas remind me of green mushy fries. Ugh, the taste, the like the look of it when you smash it, I just can't. Ugh, I can't. So yeah. But a lot of vegetables I do like. I like cauliflower here and there as well. Now there's a lot of fruits that I don't like, especially if they're really sweet. I don't like really sweet stuff, really salty stuff. I don't like any of that. So I kind of stick to certain fruits for the most part. I also don't like anything bitter. So most berries I do not like. But I would rather just make a fruit smoothie every day than actually eat physical fruit. I do eat watermelon and pineapple, and then I'll put my Greek yogurt with blueberries and granola in it. And then any other fruit, I just have a fruit smoothie, which I do every day. I don't eat bananas though. Bananas do not agree with my body at all. At all. But cabbage is probably like my favorite vegetable. By far. I could eat cabbage every day. My palms turn orange? No. You only eat green veggies, cook okra. Raw carrots are good. Corn is the devil. Oh, she said her palms turn. What? Your palms turn orange? That's crazy. Leftover barbecue from yesterday. My granny used to cook some peas that I don't know the name of it. She put her beautiful geriatric foot. Was it snap peas? Or black eyed peas? I would never be able to eat black eyed peas just because of the black dots in them. Like, and because they're named black eyed peas, I look at them as eyes and I can't. I have a few food aversions. I do. I just, I can't. But I also really I don't really like a lot of what people would consider soul food. I just don't like. And I haven't liked since I was a kid, because it was like, okay, I had all this energy and I just ate this food and now I want to take a nap. This can't be healthy for me. I thought that way as a child. So I just never really liked soul food. And even like with sweet potatoes and stuff like that, I prefer sweet potatoes that are not artificially sweetened. If you put a little bit of some kind of sugar in there, yeah, but throwing in mounds of sugar to where like now the sauce in it is like crystallized and thicker, I can't take it. I can't. But again, I don't like, this is the most you'll see me sweeten something with this. And this bottle usually lasts me a whole month because I don't really use it. I don't. I just don't like sweet stuff. And I drink water 99% of the time. I have a soda maybe once every 2 weeks. All right, we have pushed through. See if we can get another trade in on this first pullback. As long as it's not an attempt to trap the sellers, I'll be able to take it. Oh yeah, one thing that I've figured out is on my regular pullbacks, if this last swing before I enter the buy, if there's more volume in this swing than this one, the POC, whoever's in control of the POC, which in this case would be buyers because I'm going into a buy, it has to be buyers in control. It cannot be sellers. Sellers would mean we're trapping, right? However, if there's more volume in this swing than the previous swing down, that means that the sellers have already started to, or at least attempted to take control, so you can't really trap them. And I realized that I had this thought process already, but I think there was a trade that I lost last week where I was like, all right, let's go back and look at all of the attempts to trap when we have that particular pattern in the swings. And that was exactly like, I think it was no wins, if I'm not maybe one win. But I remember that the win-loss ratio was negative. So I was like, okay, well, we'll change that. That makes the rules even easier to remember. That's the best way to eat sweet potatoes, girl. What's wrong? I think they were field peas. Maybe about to get canceled. I'm putting in my 2 weeks today. Oh! Your work from home days are over. Oh, wow. 37. All right. And there we go. There's an attempt to trap, but you can't trap there. Of course, it worked out that time. It always works out when you don't want it to. This is a weak level, so I can't really trade here yet. Hold it for an hour. A- setup. No more trades. Congratulations. 460 is not bad at all, especially on a day like today. Is crude oil actually moving today? It's more money and the job is only 6 minutes away. Ooh. Listen, more money closer to home sounds like a yes to me. 38. All right. Honestly, this trade probably only worked out because of the support level being there. So many trash patterns today. A lot of double bottom, double tops, trading at the session low. Just stuff I don't like. Double bottom and double tops, they kind of complicate things. For my divergence trades, I can't take any divergence trades. It don't matter if it touches one of my half trends, if it's counter trend with the trend, it does not matter. I cannot take it if it starts with a double bottom. Same thing with the regular pullbacks as well. And if we push off of this, head up, I can't take the divergence. I have to wait for the next pullback. You're welcome, new trader. I just want to see us break through the buy rotation level. Give us a nice pullback for me to be able to take the trade, because there's really no the next level above this is 643.25. It's a support level up there. Oh, that's an old zone from earlier. These are old zones from earlier. But yeah, that and the middle VWAP is all that's really up there. So maybe if we can push through. That'll be good to go. Tanya Trades is $1 million trader. She is. Does she mean having $1 million in funding? I don't follow her. I was cracking up. I was watching one of Alpine streams from last week, and he was like, Tanya has 6,000 people watching her right now. He's like, I'm gonna start putting ICT in my title of my videos. Because I mean, she likely got where she got because she trades ICT, and I know ICT endorsed her at one point, and she typically has ICT in her title, so any ICT traders are gonna find her pretty quickly, especially since she goes live almost every day. Yeah, I've tried to watch a couple of her videos. I don't know, it's very difficult for me to watch swing traders just because they have to sit on their hands so much. Which, I mean, the way the market's been, even scalping, you're sitting on your hands a lot, but yeah. The way I said that is I just wanted to know. I was like, I don't know. So I'm like, she is? Shit, I don't know. Applejacks, don't do that to me. I was a little confuzzled because I mean, I kind of figured she wasn't saying that she withdrew $1 million because I didn't hear anything about that. But again, I don't follow her, so maybe she could have. But I was just thinking maybe she was saying like she has $1 million in funding. That's all. I thought I read in this. Oh, she received $1 million. Shit, where you read that at, girl? Let's go find out. All right, wait. Before we go find out. Here's an attempt to trap. Oh, no, 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 no. Hallelujah. I was trying to get in for the trap, but the POC changed at the last second. It was down here in red at first, and we turned to up there in blue, which meant that if it's going to be that, the delta has to be more than the previous one. So thank goodness I was able to catch it and get the hell out. And I think I might have been in double trade. Yeah, I was in double as well. Because when I seen it change, but you see how sometimes it changes like literally right before the bar close. The POC is all the way up here and the bar close one tick later. So that's how sometimes I get caught in double entries, because when I saw it change, I clicked the close button again to not have the order there, but I was already placed in the order and I just got a stop loss. What the fuck? From where? Hold on. And that's my fault because I don't have my orders tab open. Fuck. Alright. So I gotta Jesus Christ. Did it break even? No, it hit my stop loss. Why? I broke even. Whatever. You guys know I don't care about this PA anyway, but that's annoying because it should have broken even like the leader account. Even though it has its own orders, and I need to ask him about that because even though it has its own orders, those orders should have been placed at break even like those were. Let me go look at my trade performance to see. Oh, that's so fucking annoying. But that's my fault for not having my orders tab open, and that's exactly why I usually have it open. So it looks like I only... Okay, so one of them broke even and one of them lost, but that's still annoying because that shouldn't have happened, but whatever. Whatever. Tito Jackson died? Yeah, I saw that. She might have gotten that much. Someone said she had a 30K day not too long ago. Yeah, I definitely saw that. All right, we now have our orders tab back up because that happening is very annoying. I would have at least been able to see I was still in the trade and just canceled them. Excuse me. Which, if I could find a place to put this on my actual... Let's put it here. See if it works there. I need it on my actual screen where I'm taking trades, not all the way over here on the monitor that I look at the chat at. This way it could always be in front of my face. What a way to start my first day in PA. And we only got 15 minutes left. Hopefully tomorrow things will be a little bit more normal because you guys can see like the volume is pretty split, which I don't really usually have issues on rollover dates at all, even though the market cannot be as volatile since the volume is split. I usually don't have issues, so pretty consistent with her wins though. Kudos to her. Yeah, she seems to be a pretty consistent trader, and that's why a lot of people like her. And she's pretty transparent as well, which is always good. All right, not taking this for... Oh, that's not gonna work, putting that there. Okay, let's try putting it here instead. I'm trying to figure out where to put my orders tab. I do have a hotkey for flattening, but I at least need to see that I'm still in trades to flatten, and I need to figure out what the hell my flatten hotkey is as well. All right, let's see. Gonna have to clear that. 60. Let's see if I get filled. I kind of missed that one. Yep, it's gone. I missed that one, but it looks like it would have just broken even, so whatever. It did like a little bounce up just now. $159. We can't trap. Shit. I think where I have my orders tab is going to be where I'm going to keep it. But I do need to find where my flatten hotkey is. Flatten everything is Alt F. Why did I do that? I would rather it be something else. I'll switch it to something that's easier on the fingers. It's gonna be BS till maybe Thursday. I'm not trading this Friday. I hope it's not BS until then. I got goals to hit, okay? I got goals. Only thing that sucks is if I have drawdown in this next trade of more than 60 bucks, it's gonna stop me out on the PA. But I do want to keep the loss limit where it is, so. Alright, I gotta get used to my drawing tool being in a different place. I don't know. I think in the next 15 minutes, where price is right now, I don't think I'll get any trades. Honestly, we either need to break down below this zone here, or we're gonna have to break up. Oh, you guys can't see. We're gonna have to break 638.75, We're gonna have to break on one side of this in order for me to even have the ability to trade. Which, I mean, if we end here today, I wouldn't be mad at all. This afternoon is FOMC, yeah. Thursday might be crazy too. Red on my eval though. What size eval? Are you still doing the 50Ks? Y'all, I gotta... Oh, that's what I was looking at. Does Tanya not have a Twitter? I thought she had a Twitter. Am I tripping? Oh, maybe if you spell it right. Yeah, we're in an untradeable place for me. Is that? Yeah, that is right. Yeah, I forgot that it was a J instead of a Y. When I started typing it in YouTube and I was like, oh, duh. Not in the space for a 150K. I think a lot of people recently have been realizing how much they don't really want the 150K. I think with them running the sale on those bigger accounts, it had people thinking that like, oh, I'd rather have a bigger account because I have a bigger drawdown, and more room for my trades because a lot of people do intraday swing instead of scalping. Um, Only for eventually, like especially once the hype wasn't around the sales of the bigger accounts and people started failing them or just feeling like they were just extremely hard for no reason when they could just go to a 50K, it's like, okay, F this. I'm going back to a 50K. I think 50K is like the sweet spot of all of the account sizes to me personally. I don't even mind the 75K, which I know is the one that Janelle likes a lot. But I feel like anything besides those just don't make sense. I mean, the 25K is amazing as well. To me personally, I don't have a problem with that one either. Um, but I think I might stick to 50s though. And that's only because like even from a standpoint of having, let's say, 5 accounts, the difference between what you can pull out monthly between a 25K and a 50K, it's not worth it to have the 25K personally, unless you are going to be somebody, which you shouldn't do this now because that's what's going to get your ass on probation. But I know a lot of people who before were kind of using the 25Ks like a bi-weekly paycheck. They would just make their 1,600, withdraw the 1,500, close the account, move on to the next, get some more and do the same thing. Um, and now they're cracking down on that, right? So for me, it's like if I was to trade a 25K, I'm going to trade it the exact same way that I trade my 50K. So I might as well just trade the 50 and leave it there. Now, like I told you guys, if I do end up getting this account to pay out, I'm absolutely positively 100% going to just stop at 1600, withdraw the 1500 and close it. But that's only because I need to switch to a Trade Evade account. So I kind of don't have a choice there. Oh, don't do that to me. All right, we got the breakthrough that I was looking for, but again, we're so late into the session. Who knows if I'll actually get a trade? But at least we did break through. I told you I was looking for either the break of this or the break up here somewhere. I think I deleted the level already, but your target is a lot bigger. Exactly. So frustrating, yeah. Yep, I think people forget about that. They think about the fact that, like, oh, if I have more drawdown, I have more contracts that I can use, which is the truth, yes. But I don't know. I just always look at the profit target as far as PAs go. I look at the profit target and how much is my max withdrawal. That's what's most important to me. Because if I have to have this really huge profit target to reach the payout, but then I can only withdraw 3,000, well, then that's kind of pointless when I can go 2,600 and withdraw 2,000. Because essentially you're forcing me to have a buffer, which is cute and that's cool. However, I might not get to the 4th month to withdraw that buffer anyway. So I have no desire to have more than maybe $1,000 buffer in the account. Outside of that, I don't want to build past that. So I'm literally like, my goal is the first, once I get to 50K PAs in whichever prop firm, my goal is to get to the point of having $1,000 in drawdown, and just from there, like on Apex, for instance, once I have $1,000 in drawdown, I'm just going to take whatever amount that I need to make it to the next payout, divided by the 10 days, and just leave it at that. So basically, once I have the $1,000 buffer in an Apex account, I'm going to make $200 a day and go from there. Withdraw the 2,000 that I just made and do it all over again. And I feel like my TP and stop loss are kind of like at that sweet spot where I'm not risking way too much. I'm not, like, everything is just, it's a sweet spot. I'm risking 93 to make 86. So with a goal of $200 a day, you know, that's basically 3 trades, 3 trades that are profitable. So with the way that my strategy has been performing outside of what you see on YouTube, and what I mean by that is when I'm journaling all the trades that I sit out of or I miss or whatever, like the way that the strategy is performing, I shouldn't have a problem with being +3 in trades each day. So we'll see how that ends up working out in the long run, but I think it'll be all right. 467. Remove that. So weak level, I can't trade there unless there's more volume in this swing, which it looks like it's gonna reject here instead. All right, we got like 3 minutes left. Whoopee. Don't stop at a double bottom. Needs to be like 20, it looks like 21. It looks like it's, if we push up here, it's gonna be the second weak level in a row, which I can't take pullbacks at. Beauty of Top Step is exactly, but I still want to have somewhat of a buffer for myself though. Yeah, Amelia, they force you to have this huge buffer and most people are not going to get to a fourth payout, so what's the point? Created $3,200 buffer in both my 25k PAs, currently trying to build a $5,600 buffer in my set. Yeah, I mean, I think that having the buffer is a good idea, but I think that some people build too much of a buffer. And I was just, Jeremy, the best friend that trades, we were just talking about this, how like it's great that people are seizing the opportunity of trading with prop firms, but I think that some people are getting to the point like of greed, honestly, and I think that they don't realize that that is messing with their mentality and the psychological aspect of their trading. Like, yeah, sure, to have 20 accounts would be nice, right? That would be great. However, when you start talking about like, oh, I want to have 20 accounts here and Fast Track allows me to have 40 and then I can have 5 over here, and like if I make $200 a day on all these accounts, which most people we know are not going to stop at $200 a day, let's be real. People like the big P&Ls, and they especially like the big P&Ls when they have a whole bunch of accounts. Like, they don't realize that they kind of screw themselves with that particular mindset. Yeah, they just screw themselves. Like for me, 5 accounts is more than enough, but I would like to have 5 with Apex and 5 with Top Step and just kind of play it from there. I knew this market wasn't going to give me what I needed. That's why I didn't want to trade. And I am so, I'm not going to say I regret choosing to do jury duty, but it's so crazy how I want to start trading my PA when it's time for jury duty, and if I don't start trading it now, if I wanted to wait until jury duty was over, yeah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. All right, trading session is over because I have jury duty for 3 months. So alright, so let me show you guys the accounts. I'm going to attempt to log into Top Step as soon as I get off the stream now that I have the credentials. So, not the best first day in my PA, but I'm not bothered, like, literally at all. I do want to look at the trades that I missed because one of them was a loss. And I have a feeling that's part of my regular pullbacks, which I just made adjustments to. So, I do want to take a look at that. But yeah, at least I didn't reach the daily loss. I was pretty close, but I'm definitely going to keep this, loss and goal each day and just kind of see what we can do from there. And that's that. So not a bad day. I'm not bothered. I took I only took 2 trades. It just shows as 3 because there was that double entry in that last trade. So there was a loss and a break even, but on this particular account, one of the double entry contracts ended up losing, and that's why it's so negative. But I have fixed my entry screen to show my orders tab like literally on the chart that I use to enter trades, so I can always look really quick to see if I'm still in trades that I should not be in, especially when it comes to like entries like that where it was an accident to begin with. I definitely want to make sure, and then we'll just go from there. But yeah, I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.